Republican lawmakers, meanwhile, tried to force a vote on their gas tax holiday bill to help Californians at the pump right now, but they did not get the votes needed.
Californians pay 51.1 cents in taxes per gallon right now. It could go up in June. It depends on the governor's proposal with that. But political reporter Morgan Reiner joins us now with why they needed to force a vote to make this happen. Morgan?
Heather and Carlo, this bill was first introduced in January, and Republican lawmakers today told me that it hasn't even been assigned to a committee yet. So yes, while they would like to go through the normal legislative process, they told me they're being shut out of it.
Sonny Klein doesn't want to pay $81 to fill up his wife's car, but he can afford it.
I've worked all my life. My older guys, you can see, I can afford to suck it up and pay it. But for the guys who are on the thin edge, the guys right out of college, the people trying to make it for the first time, the single mother, this is not okay.
He thinks something needs to be done right now so people don't have to choose between food on the table and transportation.
They are fine to sit in that Capitol and sit on their rear ends and live a good life while some single mother pays, what, $1 more a gallon? Really?
That's where the Republicans come in with their gas tax holiday.
That'll save Californians 51 cents a gallon. Now, that's not going to bring gas prices down to reasonable levels by any stretch of the imagination, but it'll help.
Different than Governor Gavin Newsom's gas tax rebate, which would send checks directly to the consumers. University of San Diego economist Alan Ginn said Newsom's plan cuts out the middleman.
Again, a lot of it would depend on gas stations implementing that.
To that, Assemblymember Kevin Kiley said,
Just look across the country. States that have lower gas taxes, they have lower prices for gasoline.
The Republican Assembly members and senators told me that they're not saying they wouldn't support Governor Gavin Newsom's idea of a gas tax rebate to put more money in the pockets of consumers later on down the road, but they're saying right now the only immediate relief for people is the gas tax holiday.
Former Democratic lawmaker turned labor union leader Lorena Gonzalez called Monday's attempt political theater. The Republicans needed 54 votes to suspend the rules and move forward with their bill. They only got 18, down party lines.
I asked Kiley what now. He says that people will be watching to see how their representatives voted and feeling just how out of touch their representatives are as their constituents continue to pay record prices at the pump.
Morgan, let's circle back, though, to Governor Gavin Newsom's idea of a gas tax rebate. And I know you touched on that in this story. He also mentioned it during his State of the State address. But has he given any more specifics since then as far as how much money people could get back, what form that would come in, and when?
We know the same details that we learned that night. So what we know right now is that you have to either own a car or lease a car to qualify. Undocumented immigrants qualify as well. We know that the program is going to cost billions of dollars, but we don't know how much per person. We don't know if certain professions like Uber drivers or truck drivers are going to get more than other professionals. But again, we're not going to get more details on this really until the budget review process, which isn't until May. So it could be a while before we not only get more details, but before people can actually see that money in their bank account.
In the meantime, politicians pushing competing solutions and fighting for credit of whatever gets passed. Morgan Reiner reporting live for us. Thanks, Morgan.